Good morning, dear friends. Good afternoon and good evening, lovers of freedom. Men and women of goodwill, I salute all of you this morning from my end. Asị m ụtụtụ taa mara onye ọbụla mma. Ọ bụrụ ife ka ị nọ ya mara gị mma. Ọ bụrụ n'abalị ya mara gị mma Nwachukwu. We are here to discuss on the topic that I titled What is wrong with this one? Sorry, I don't know what is wrong with this system. I don't know if anyone is hearing me, but we have to proceed. By the time people join, we'll know if they are hearing. The terrorist state of Nigeria is fighting a lost battle. And those that are in Biafra land, in political positions, today in Biafra land are fighting a lost battle because one thing is what that have eluded them. What have eluded them is the fact that Biafra has come, is the fact that Biafra is here already. And because this fact eluded them, they are fighting a lost battle. They are fighting a lost battle. But Biafra has come to stay, and Biafra will always win the battle that the Nigerian terrorist state brought against the Biafrans 1967-1970. Daalụ nwanne m Ifeanyi, I salute you, namesake. I salute you. Good morning from here. Do well to share as you come in, my brother. Thank you so much. Nigeria is fighting a lost battle. 1967-1970. Since then till now, Nigeria has been fighting a lost battle against the Biafrans. Because when Nigeria lost the battle is when they killed over 6 million children. But little did they know that Philip Effiong, surrendering to the troop, agreeing on the 3 hours, which is a reconciliation and a rehabilitation and a reconstruction. It's not as a result that Biafra has been buried, that Biafra will never surface again. But due to circumstances that we will not go into this morning, made them to say, okay, we are stopping here to continue again. That is what happened 1967-1970. And this is the fact that the Nigerian terrorist state did not grasp. Had it been they understand what happened 1967-1970, that it wasn't as a result of cowardice or as a result of foolishness that made the troop of our internal leader, Dimodwe Wojuku, to say, okay, we have to put a stop to the war because of the starvation, strangulation, barricade, air, land, and sea against the Biafrans. That was not the reason why they stopped. But they stopped that this generation that I'm part of will restore Biafra. And we are going to do so without any hesitation. And we are going to do so without looking back. And we are going to do so without looking whose ought is God. And the moment to do so is now. The Biafra de facto government in homeland have been activated. And many people don't understand what that means. Biafra is already here. Biafra is here already. If you understand the importance of that convention that took place in Finland, you will know that those that have been fighting, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has been fighting a lost battle. You will know that those that are within us and fighting the struggle has been fighting a lost battle. The convention in Finland opened the gate, the floodgate, for men and women of goodwill that wants their freedom. Biafra has already been declared. With the de facto government in homeland, Biafra is already running their government. And today, in diaspora, are there as diplomats. Our Biafra Republic government in exile are there to spearhead whatever that is happening in the Biafra de facto government in homeland until the transitional government will take place. And once the transitional government takes place, Nigeria will be a thing of the past. Nigeria will be a history. Many that are still fighting this restoration process of the children of God are fighting a loose battle. The only thing that you will do at this particular point in time is to align yourself. Align yourself in the struggle. But if you choose to be Hope Uzodinma at this particular moment, if you choose to be Kubanachi priests that are looking for where to drop a 15 million, he didn't see the Biafra agitators. He didn't see. He didn't find it to be a duty. Can anyone still hear me, please? But one thing that eluded this man is wisdom. Because all of them believe, oh, how is it possible? How is it going to be that this Nigeria that makes them the giant of everything that they can ever think of, that makes this possible that they are living in affluence and in the means of those that are dying on daily basis in poverty. Please, if Ifeanyi is still out there, can you assure me that everyone is still hearing me? Can anyone hear me? If you guys can hear me, please, can you send a comment? Let me know that you can hear me, please. Whenever you rise to fight Biafra, you're fighting a lost battle. Because Biafra has been and will always be. It doesn't matter the amount you put in to stop it. Hope Uzodinma jihadists in our land and all his counterparts cannot stop Biafra. All the governors, all the jihadist governors in the southeast, all the jihadist senators in the southeast, all the jihadist local government chairmen in the southeast, all the jihadist politicians in the southeast cannot stop Biafra. Do you know why I call them jihadists? When a man converts and pays allegiance to jihad, which is Sokoto Caliphate, automatically that person becomes a jihadist. Every one of them has converted to Islam. Every one of them, you can take it to bank. Every one of them has converted to Islam. From the senators, all the senators from the old eastern region, all of them Panam, all the governors, before you amount to anything in the Zoological Republic, you must have to convert to Islam. And that is paying allegiance to the Sokoto Caliphate to fight a lost battle. Because after the war, Gowon assured the terrorist Nigeria that had he been there, no, they wouldn't have gone in for the genocide that they committed against the Biafrans 1967-1970. That they would have buy off all the regional governors, all the regional government, all those that are in government as at that time. And they would be the one to do the job. It wouldn't have been in the history that the Nigerian terrorist state committed genocide against the Biafrans 1967-1970. And this is still their regret till today. And they now go in to start doing underground work. If you must be a governor, we will allow you to steal the treasury dry, just like Ekweremadu did, and today find himself in prison in UK. The east-west road, the southeast road, the expressway that leads from Enugu to Port Harcourt, from Onitsha to Enugu, all this the east road. The contract was awarded this man several times and it was never constructed. Why? Because the Fulani use it to settle as many that will come out to speak about the ordeals of the Biafrans. Those that will rise and say, this thing you guys are doing is not good. The way we are being treated is not good. Why is it that reconciliation and the reconstruction and the rehabilitation that was the basis of agreement of the Biafrans joining the terrorist state of Nigeria again 1970, nothing has been done about it? Why is it that the seaports, why is it that we don't have direct airline from Biafra land to any country of our choice? Why is it that a Biafran cannot amount to any sensitive position in the terrorist state? Those that will come to ask these questions were all bought over. They named their price, just like they are still doing today in the Hope Uzodimma, Ike Ekweremadu, and many of them, Iwanyanwu of Ohaneze Ndoshi, and the governors, all the governors of Southeast, former governor of Ebonyi State, and the present governor of Ebonyi State that don't know the mineral resources in his land and the amount that they are worth. The former governor of Enugu State and the current governor, the certificate forger, all of them are all in this game. The former governor of Abia State and the present governor of Abia State, all of them are in this game, in this war against Biafra. What did they want to benefit? What they want to benefit is to maintain their status quo and their relevancy in the society at the expense of your life, at your own expense, at the expense of your future, at the expense of your children's future, at the expense of everything that your life is based on. There's something that I wanted to play for us. I don't know why the network is not allowing me. The network is not allowing me. I will try to see if I can play it again. If only it will allow me to do so. I wanted to show you the mindset of your senators. Being interviewed by the same terrorist state, not even a foreign media, but by the same terrorist state he was interviewed. And you would have listened to what he have to say and the way they see you. The way they see you and what they think you are. You would have listened to these people and see what they think about you. That these people did not have anything. They don't have anything in mind at all about you. Everything that they want, everything that they are doing is to see you dead. If you like, you're going up or you're going down, it's none of their business. The only thing that interests them is that thing that will go into their pocket at the end of the day. This senator was asked, the video I could not even play. But if he didn't play that, maybe I'll try it again in our evening broadcast to see if it will work. This senator was asked, the SUV cars that you guys use, how much is it worth? And lo and behold, these SUVs, some of them are worth 100 and something million. And the senator will have it not one, not two, not three. A senator is even entitled to have it like 10. And he was asked, these allowances and the money that you guys are being paid, what can you say about it? In a country that is battling, that is swimming in poverty, that the average citizen can barely eat 2 square a meal in a day. And you know what he asked the interviewer? What do you expect us to do? Would you prefer us walking barefooted? And the man said, no, that is not what the area I'm going. What I'm saying is, wouldn't it be better if you guys had used this money that you guys are using to patronize the foreign companies like Japan? Because most of the SUVs they use come from Japan. They are Japanese product. All these SUVs that they use, Land Cruisers and what have you. But you have Innoson Motors. These so-called senators, if other governors, if other are not patronizing him, at least the ones from old Eastern region should do so. But if this terrorist state are the one that want to see Biafra land progress, or are you trying to tell me that had it been his Dangote that has that owns this Innoson Motors, today it will be mandated that even our Biafrans that go outside the country to import vehicles, it will be banned, it will be contraband. If you import any vehicle, it doesn't matter from any nomenclature that you can. If you import any vehicle at all, whether Belgium, brand new, whether parts from outside the country, you will be sanctioned. You will be mandated, it will be law that everyone must use the Dangote truck. We must use the Dangote SUV and vehicle, including the citizens. They will make the rate of importation of vehicles so high that you will be frustrated to use that particular one that Dangote is marketing. But for the fact that is a Biafran that owns it, it doesn't matter the durability of the vehicle, they don't care. They will tell you it doesn't fit into their status. You're fighting to keep Nigeria as one, but you cannot use anything that your fellow Nigerian is producing, so to say. If your fellow Nigerian is a mechanic, you will abandon him to the foreign mechanic. That is why you have Lebanese all over the place. If your fellow Nigerian is an engineer, you will abandon him for the foreign engineers. But at the same time, you are fighting the restoration of Biafra. You are fighting a lost battle. Because Biafra has come to stay. If this condemnation called country, if this damnable republic means well for you, by now with the experience of what they had, 1967, 1970, this country now wouldn't have been importing anything, arms and ammunition. Because it had been proven that if the Biafrans can sustain the war for 3 years without nothing, building what they used to resist the terrorist state of one Nigeria, it had been proven that they have what it takes to build what they will use to stand against any external aggression. If this terrorist entity were meant to favor you, these people would have known that these Biafrans are asset, is a blessing of Elohim for them. But because they see you as a threat, even after the 1967, 1970, the threat, your fear overwhelmed them even the more. That if these people can do all these things from nothing, from a scratch, you even refine your kerosene, refine your fuel, refine your everything. We have light every day. We have steady light during the war. How much more can these people do if they were to be on their own? That's why the whole world is afraid of the Biafrans, that they don't need another Japanese in the world, that they are fighting, that the Japanese that they have today, that has no mineral resources, that has nothing, but they are giving the world, some of these greedy men, greedy countries, a sleepless night, and they can't afford it again in Biafra. That's why the international bodies don't listen to you whenever you yearn and calling for them to hear your cry. But the Biafrans have made one decision. And you know what that decision is? We will no longer cry to anybody. Not at all. We will no longer cry to anybody for help. We will do what we have to do. Whatever we will do for Biafra to come, we are going to do it, and we are doing it. Whatever it takes, whatever is the price that we will pay to restore this Biafra, we are paying it. And we are not going to leave this war for any other person to come and fight. Like many people that will say, hey, monsieur, that's the way we can say me. Before you might feel the men, and when they are Kumaka Biafra and our government, is also Mionia Honor. We are going to fight this war by ourselves, and we are going to come out victorious. That is the mandate. But as many that said that they have the capacity, they have what it takes to stop what we are doing, we welcome that person. You are welcome to give it a trial. At the end of the day, we will know who wins and we will know who loses.